At the end of the first round, KNUST Senior High School has 17 points. Opokuwari School has 26 points. Prempeh College has 33 points. Round 2. This round is also known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, KNUST? Yours, Opokuwari. And yours, Prempeh College. If you ring and answer correctly, first attempt, 3 points. Second attempt, 2 points. Third attempt, 1 point. But be careful, because if you attempt to answer a question and you are incorrect or your answer is not forthcoming in a reasonable amount of time, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present an answer. And if there are no calculations, you will have 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes, everyone. First question, actually first set 10 seconds each. First question. The common name of okro is simpler than its scientific name, Abelmoscus esculentus. Why then is the simpler common name not used instead of the complex scientific name in biology? Yes.
Madam, this is because the scientific name in biology is used, and this is because okro has different names in different languages, and thereby the scientific name is accepted worldwide, which is the Latin form, so that anyone who hears Abelmoscus esculentus can understand what it stands for. Since okro in different languages have different names.
Yes. On that note, how many of us here are going to have a Abelmoscus esculentus for dinner? Great. All right. Next one. How does a gap junction facilitate intercellular? Yes, Richmond?
It allows the transport of hormones and other substances between these cells, and some things like nutrients and materials that are needed between these cells. So they provide a gap that enhances the movement of substances from the cytoplasm of one cell to the next cell, and thereby enhancing the communication.
Yes. Next one. A student was exposed to an organism and produced specific antibodies against the organism. What name is given to this type of immunity? Yes, Richmond.
Adaptive. Adaptive immunity.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. An LR circuit with a time constant of 400 microseconds is shorted after a steady current has been established. Find the current in the shorted circuit 800 microseconds after it attains 0.20 amperes. Yes, Eden.
2.7 by 10 to the power negative 2 amperes.
Yes. Next one. A 50 Newton horizontal force pulls a 3 kilogram object attached to a 2 kilogram object by a light inextensible string. The two objects lie on a smooth horizontal surface. What is the tension in the string? Yes. Which of you, Andrew?
20 newtons.
Yes. Next one. Estimate the inductance of a solenoid wound with 800 turns per meter whose volume is 1.2 -6 meter cubed. Yes, Eden. Go, go, go.
9.6 by 10 to the power negative 11 Henry.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Go ahead, Richmond.
9.6 by 10 exponents minus 7 Henry.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 0.97 nanohenry, or 9.7 times 10 raised to the power negative 10 Henry. Next set, 30 seconds each. Find the stationary point of y is equal to the expression 2x plus 1 over the expression x minus 2. Yes. Eden.
The stationary point is given by, like, there is no stationary point.
Okay. Please, for the next one, give me your answer unambiguously. That's a warning to you. Unambiguous answers, okay? All right, so this is the question. The fifth term of an exponential sequence is 80, and the eighth term is 640. Find the general term. Yes, Richmond.
It means me.
Go.
The general term UN is equal to 5 multiplying 2, that's 2 exponent n minus 1.
Okay. Next one. Two angles of a cyclic quadrilateral measure 53 degrees and 115 degrees respectively. Find the measures. Yes, Eden.
The other angles are 127 degrees and 65 degrees.
Yes. Next one, 10 seconds. Two half cells, M plus / M and Q plus / Q, where M and Q are metals, have the electrode potentials 1.20 and negative 0.850 volts respectively. Which of the two metals can react with dilute mineral acid to release? Yes, Eden.
Kill and kill metal can react with dilute mineral acid to release hydrogen gas. And the reason is that kill has a negative reduction potential, and kill has a negative reduction potential, and that
That's
of hydrogen.
incorrect. Again?
Has a negative reduction potential.
Okay. Next one, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Give the main difference in the definitions of an acid according to the Arrhenius theory and according to the Bronsted. Yes.
According to the Arrhenius theory, an acid is a substance that dissolves in water or in aqueous medium to produce hydrozonium ions. And according to the Bronsted-Lowry concepts, an acid is a substance which is a proton donor. And I'm not sure.
Okay. Next one, 30 seconds. Butane isomerizes to 2-methylpropane or isobutane in an equilibrium process. If a 1.00 decimeter cube flask is charged with 2.00 mole of butane at 30 degrees Celsius, and the gas allowed to come to equilibrium, calculate the equilibrium concentration of butane and isobutane at 30 degrees Celsius, given that the equilibrium constant Kc is 2.50. Okay. So the concentration of butane is 0.570 mole per decimeter cubed, and the concentration of isobutane is 1.43 mole per decimeter cubed. That's the end of the speed race.
Awurade your humble servant kwakwadu maba. Na tightness okra nti ne hu ntwa. Aso ya bejime. Matthew 7:7. Osi yemisa na de be maye. Papa, tugu me so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021 there. Mafia. First me togo ba. Gari kitwe bi. Se say the concrete ankasa na me digu me yem. Papa, me nim system ni mu aye den. Has me nim so de betimi aye me kama. Aja me ampa me de me yem ato. Show me a miracle.
It's showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and earn points to win lots of cash. Dial star 500 hash and recharge 5 Ghana cedis to also win data and call minutes. Get Airtel Tigo.
Airtel Tigo no, my dear dibium.
The Money Zone, sponsored by Absa Bank, will take effect from the quarter-final stage of the competition. At the quarter-final stage, the final score of each of the schools will be multiplied by 10 Ghana cedis and converted to cash. At the semi-final stage, the final scores will be multiplied by 15 Ghana cedis, and at the grand finale, the scores will be multiplied by 25 Ghana cedis. The Money Zone, sponsored by Absa Bank, will take effect from the quarter-final stage of the competition. At the quarter-final stage, the final score of each of the schools will be multiplied by 10 Ghana cedis and converted to cash. At the semi-final stage, the final scores will be multiplied by 15 Ghana cedis, and at the grand finale, the scores will be multiplied by 25 Ghana cedis. Then last but not least is the Airtel Tigo Highest Scorer Award, sponsored by Airtel Tigo. This award will take effect from the preliminary stage to reward the school with the highest winning score among all the winning schools on each competition day. The prizes are the various 1,000 Ghana cedis at the preliminary stage, 2,000 Ghana cedis at the 1/8 stage, 3,000 Ghana cedis at the quarter-final stage, 5,000 Ghana cedis at the semi-final stage, and 10,000 Ghana cedis at the grand finale. The Prudential Life NSMQ Star would also be available from the preliminary stage to the grand finale to reward the teams that will make a perfect score in the third round of the contest, which is the problem of the day. This prize would also be reviewed upward at every stage of the competition as follows. At the preliminary stage,
At the end of the second round, Keti Senior High School has 20 points. Opokuwari School has 40 points. Prempeh College has 44 points. Before we move to the next round, Opokuwari School would like to effect a substitution. Prince, it's been a pleasure. Best wishes to you. Pius Ni Ama. You are welcome. Add the Ghana cedis to the team. I know you'll be working hard for the NSMQ star from Prudential Life Insurance. All right, so the problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes to present your answer on the monitor provided behind you. As mentioned, the problem of the day is worth 10 points. Contestants, please just stand up and face the audience. Now you may pick up your sheets so we can read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. Fishes can be cultured in one of 4 culture systems: ponds, raceways, recirculating systems, or cages. A cage or net pen is a system that confines the fish in a mesh enclosure. Give at least 10 disadvantages of cage culture of fishes. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please resume your seats. The contestants have presented their answers. Before we allocate the points, let's look at the suggested solution. This is a problem in biology. Incidentally, in the previous round, we had talked about cage culture, right? And advantages. Now, in this problem of the day, we are told that fishes can be cultured in one of 4 culture systems: ponds, raceways, recirculating. Advantages of cage culture of fishes. Now I have 8 here. No, actually I have 11, sorry. I have 11 disadvantages which I would like to share. First one, the feed must be nutritionally complete and fresh. Takes a bit of effort to get feed to be nutritionally complete and fresh. Then there is low dose, also known as low dissolved oxygen syndrome. Okay, this is an existing problem and may require mechanical aeration. So if you just leave the pond just like that, you won't have enough oxygen in there. So you need aeration. Then foul in the net or cage. Accumulation of unused feed and feces will lead to water pollution and eutrophication. Okay, so if you keep adding feed, you don't clean up, you want. Opokuware. I looked at what you have there as compared to my list here. Foul in the net, you talk about hygiene in the cage. Hygiene, so that has to do with the foul in the net. I'll give you that point. Then you talk about disease and spreading of disease. That's another point. And then you mentioned that there isn't enough room for the fish to move. That's another point. But 3 out of 10. Here in UST, you mentioned problems with oxygen, inadequate oxygen. That's the low dose problem, right? You get that point. You mentioned vulnerability to disease, and you mentioned disease elsewhere. There was a lot of repetition everywhere. Repetition, but at least it's 1 point, disease. That's another point. Then, restricted movement. You did mention restricted movement, so you get that point as well. And then overpopulation, that is the overcrowding, the last point that I had on my list. It's equivalent. So for you, you have 4 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. At the end of the 3rd round, KNUST Senior High School has 24 points. Opokuwari School has 43 points. Prempeh College has 45 points. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case the statement will be passed on to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If not, there's that penalty. 1 point. Best wishes, everyone. This time I'll be starting with you, Prempeh College, but I have a preamble to all schools first. Preamble. A student seeks to organize lenses in a grab bag of lenses by placement into 2 boxes. One for convergent lenses and another for divergent lenses. The student only judges the type of each lens by the curvatures of its refracting surfaces. Did you get your preamble? No response means yes. All right, so now, Prempeh College. Any lens with 2 convex surfaces must be placed in the box for convergent lenses. Yes, Evans?
True.
You're right. Opokuwari. Any lens with at least 1 convex surface must be placed in the box for convergent lenses. Ni?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Any lens with at most 1 convex surface must be placed in the box for divergent lenses. Andrew?
False.
Yes. A vestigial trait is an attribute that has lost its function but has been retained through evolution. Evans?
True.
Yes. A trait that makes an organism better suited for a habitat is an adaptation. Yes, Ni?
True.
Yes. Structures that arise in organisms that share a common ancestor but perform different functions are called homologous structures. Andrew?
False.
Oh, that's a true statement. Next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. When I get to your school, I will give you an equation. The given equation of a line is in the slope-intercept form. So, Prempeh College, your equation of a line. 2y is equal to 3x plus 7. Evans?
False.
Yes. X over 3 plus y over 5 is equal to 2. Ni?
False.
Yes. Negative 2x, sorry, y is equal to negative 2x plus 7. Yes, Andrew? True. Okay. Please check microphone. I can't hear.
True.
Prempeh College. The element with the atomic number 21 obeys the Aufbau's principle. Evans?
True.
Yes. The valence configuration of 3s2, 3px1, py1, pz1 is more stable than 3s2, 3px2, py1. Ni?
True.
Yes. The valence configuration of 3d10 4s1 is more stable than 3d9 4s2. Andrew?
True.
Yes. The double slit experiment can be used to demonstrate the so-called wave nature of light. Evans?
True.
Yes. The double slit experiment can be used to demonstrate the so-called wave nature of hydrogen atoms. Ni?
True.
Yes. The double slit experiment can be used to demonstrate the so-called particle nature of light. Andrew?
True.
Yes. The plasma membrane provides the cell with structure and separates the internal components of the cell from the environment outside of the cell. Evans?
True.
Yes. The plasma membrane is made up of a single layer of phospholipids which has proteins and cholesterols throughout. Ni?
False.
Yes. The plasma membrane contains integral membrane proteins that are only loosely attached to the lipid layer, the lipid bilayer. Andrew?
False.
Yes. Next set comes with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Consider the function f of x is equal to log of x. That's the preamble. Now, Prempeh College. The domain is the set of all real numbers. Evans?
False.
Yes. The range is the set of all real numbers. Ni?
It is true. True.
Yes. The point with coordinates 1, 0 lies on the graph of f of x. Yes, Andrew?
True. True.
Yes. Last set of statements. Last set. Doubling the temperature of a given amount of gas from 25 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius doubles its volume at a constant pressure. Evans?
False.
Yes. .00 grams of neon gas, atomic mass 20.0, will occupy the same volume as 4.40 grams of CO2 at 100 kilopascal and 27 degrees Celsius. Ni?
False. False.
Yes. Last statement. Argon, atomic mass 40, will effuse from the same pinhole twice as fast as bromine gas, atomic mass 80.0, at the same temperature and pressure. Andrew?
False.
No, that's a true statement. And that's the end of the fourth round. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3. First riddle. I am a fully saturated hydrocarbon. I have a total of 8 carbons in my molecule. I can never be optically active because my molecule has a plane of symmetry. The longest chain in my molecule consists of 4 carbons, and there are several ways of accounting for such chains. 2 carbons in my molecule are without hydrogen atoms. So who am I? Yes. Eden.
You have 2, 2, 3, 3, tetramethyl butane.
You are right. In species, I present the advantage of substitute ni
Biological control method. Biological control method.
All right. Three points. Next one. I am a statement. With me, the value is yes. Go ahead.
Tautology.
You are right. I continue. I am frequently encountered in the study of dynamics. I'm a conserved quantity. I permeate the whole of the universe. I can be transformed into matter, and matter can be. Here are the final scores. KNUST Senior High School has 38 points. Opokuari School has 59 points. Prempeh College has 67 points. KNUST Senior High School, thank you for being here. We must say goodbye. All the best in everything you do. As we are in the money zone, Absa Bank will be giving you 2,280 Ghana cedis for your team. All the best. Opokuari School, thanks for being here and all the best to you. In the money zone, you have earned 3,540 Ghana cedis from Absa Bank. Best wishes. Prempeh College. Congratulations on winning the contest. Very well done. From the money zone, you are taking 4,020 Ghana cedis from Absa Bank. That's not the end, because you also have the Airtel Tigo Higher Scorer Award, which at this stage is worth 5,000 Ghana cedis. Well done, well done, well done. Now, best of all, I look forward to seeing you at the grand finale. Well done. Viewers, we've come to the end of the semi-finals. Thank you for joining us for this contest. Please make plans to be with us at the grand finale when we bring you Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Keta Senior High Technical School, and Prempeh College. You don't want to miss it. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Absa Bank and supported by Joy News, Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Airtel Tigo, Dano Milk, Joy Industries, Kiki Juice Drink, Newmont Ghana, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Adansi Travels, Kenya Airways, Zipline, GTP, and YFM. This has been a prime time production. Thank you and see you next time. Bye. At the end of the first round, Tamale Senior High School has 20 points. Wesley Girls High School has 25 points. Keta Senior High Technical School has 27 points. Very well done, contestants. Well done, well done, well done. Please clap for them. But we have a long way to go, 4 more rounds. Round 2. This round is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools at the same time. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Tamale? Thank you. Yours, Keta. Thank you. And yours, Wesley Girls. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. But please be careful, because if you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, where unsuccessful means your answer is incorrect or you are unable to provide an answer within a reasonable time frame, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes, everyone. First question, 30 seconds. The decay constant of a radionuclide is 0.0125 per second. Find the activity of a sample of the radionuclide 160 seconds after its activity attains 100 becquerel. The right answer is 13.5 becquerel. Next one, 30 seconds. The magnitude of the magnetic flux density 1 meter from a long straight current carrying wire is 2 nanotesla. Find the magnitude of the magnetic flux density 0.5 meters. Yes, right.
4 nanotesla.
Yes. Next one. 10 seconds. Arrange in increasing order of emission wavelength. The options: argon ion laser, carbon dioxide laser, helium neon laser, nitrogen laser. Did they make it? No. No. Okay. The right answer: nitrogen, argon ion, helium neon, and carbon dioxide. Next set, 10 seconds. How are photosynthesis and respiration related to each other? Yes, which of you? Abukari, straight to the point.
Respiration produces CO2, which is used by plants for photosynthesis. And photosynthesis also produces oxygen, which are used by organisms and plants for respiration. And hence, the byproducts of photosynthesis are used for respiration. And also, the byproducts of respiration are used for photosynthesis.
I can't accept. Who rang? You rang. Go.
Photosynthesis is an anabolic process, whereas respiration is a catabolic process, and they are related in that the carbohydrates and oxygen that is produced during photosynthesis is used in respiration, and also the carbon dioxide that is released as a result of respiration serves as an important, as well as the water vapor, serves as an important raw material for photosynthesis to occur, and hence they are the reverse of each other. That is to say that the products of photosynthesis are used in respiration and vice versa.
You know, this is feed race, right? So the things you told me, they are all right, but same with you, but the level of completeness of the answer, so I can't give anything. Okay. So there are key things that I was looking for, right? So the end product of photosynthesis is glucose. That is carbohydrate you are talking about, or anyway. So it's glucose that is used in cellular respiration to make ATP. The glucose is then turned back into carbon dioxide, which is used in photosynthesis. I think both of the two teams said that. Now there's also water. Water is broken down to form oxygen during photosynthesis. In cellular respiration, oxygen is combined with hydrogen to form water. So you see that there are some elements which did not make it in your explanations. And this being speed race has to be perfect. All right, next one. The concentration of the tissue fluid, which bathes all cells in the body, is kept more or less constant. Why is this important? Yes, Abukari.
The concentration of the tissue fluid is kept constant because when the concentration is altered, that is, if it is reduced, the concentration of the tissue fluid will be lower than that of the cells, and hence the cells will be absorbing water from the tissue fluid, which can lead to the bursting of the cells. And when the concentration of the tissue fluid also increases beyond normal, the cells will lose water by osmosis, which may lead to an increase in the level of tissue fluid within cells, and it will damage the cells.
Okay. Next one. What is the principle underlying the use of cyanobacteria in agricultural fields for crop improvement? Okay. So, many species of cyanobacteria can carry out nitrogen fixation. So they take atmospheric nitrogen and convert to NH3, which can then be used by the plants. So they carry out nitrogen fixation in the soil, hence they are used in the agricultural fields for crop improvement. Next question, 30 seconds. A chemical reaction produces 4.00 moles of oxygen gas. What volume will the oxygen gas occupy at room temperature of 27.0 degrees Celsius if the pressure is maintained at 100 kilopascal throughout the experiment? Molar volume of a gas at STP is 22.4. Yes. Alexandra?
74.8 decimeter cubed.
That's incorrect, so I continue reading. Molar volume of a gas at STP is 22.4 decimeter cubed. The gas constant is 8.31 joule per mole Kelvin. Is your hand up, Yusuf? Abukari?
75.7 DMQ.
No. The right answer, actually two possible right answers, depending on which method you use. If you use Charles's law on this problem, you'll get 98.5 decimeter cubed. If you use the ideal gas equation, you'll get 99.7 decimeter cubed. I was ready to accept either. Next one, 10 seconds. How many pi bonds are present in the H2SO4 molecule? Yes, which of you? Abukari?
1.
No. Who rang next? Yes, Bright?
2.
Yes. Next one, 10 seconds. Explain why, even though both phenol and ethanol contain the OH group, phenol, yes, right.
Phenol is more acidic than ethanol. This is because the acidity of compounds depends on the ability of the OH bonds to be polarized for H+ ions to be released, and also the stabilization of the resulting conjugate ion formed. When phenol protonates, it forms the phenoxide ion, which is stabilized by resonance. But when ethanol protonates, it forms the ethoxide ion, which is not stabilized by resonance.
Yes. Next question, 30 seconds. Under a translation, the point with coordinates 2, 5 maps into the point with coordinates 3, 2. Find the image of the point with coordinates -23. Yes, Francisca.
-1.6.
That's incorrect. Under the same translation. Yes, which of you? Fast, Abukari.
-10.
Yes. Next one. 30 seconds. A binary operation is defined on the set of real numbers excluding -1 by A star B is equal to A plus B plus AB. Find the identity E. Yes. Bright.
0.
Yes. Last question of the round, 10 seconds. State the converse of the statement. A regular polygon is equilateral. Yes, Abukari.
An equilateral polygon is not a regular polygon, and the statement is false.
No. Who rang next? You rang. Okay, go ahead.
An equilateral polygon is regular, and the statement is true.
That's incorrect. Did you ring? Okay, so I continue. I'm continuing. And determine if the converse is true or not. All right. The right answer, the converse is an equilateral polygon is regular and the converse is false. That's the end of the second round.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
Rd2, your humble servant, Kwekwadumaba. And a tightness of crowd into the Humpia. As well, that Jimmy. My 277. What's your missa? Had been my papa to go miss so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021 there, mafia. First, me talk about Gary Kitwebi. Say the concrete and casa and the midi gummy. Papi, in the system in my day. Has been so dear, but me I am a kama. A jamian palm, the miamato. Show me a miracle.
It's showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana.
At the end of the second round, Tamale Senior High School has 21 points. Wesley Girls High School has 22 points. Kecha Senior High Technical School has 37 points. Round 3. In this round, we have the problem of the day. And at stake in the round is the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ star. The star is awarded to any school that earns a perfect score of 10 points in the round. At this stage, a star is worth 3,400 Ghana cedis to the team. I know you'll be working hard for this NSMQ star from Prudential Life Insurance, right? Okay. So the problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes in which you can present your answer on the monitors provided. As mentioned, the problem of the day is worth 10 points. Now, please stand, facing the audience. Hey, did I ask you to pick up? Pick up your sheets and let's read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. In a simple pendulum experiment to determine G using a string and a spherical bob attached to one end of the string, the following results were obtained. Length of string is equal to 1.095 plus or minus 0.001 meter. Diameter of bob, 0.010 plus or minus 0.001 meter. Now I have a table for you. So I have time t for 20 oscillations of the simple pendulum. Column headings for this table, trial and t in seconds. Now, I'm now populating the table. First, 39.95, second, 43.50, third, 43.08, fourth, 42.50, fifth, 41.02. A. The uncertainty in the period has been determined to be plus or minus 0.07 seconds. Determine the best value for the period of the pendulum and report it as a value together with its uncertainty. B. Use the experimental results to calculate G and its uncertainty. Hence, report the experimental result for G as a value together with its uncertainty. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please resume your seats. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem in physics. It's a typical kind of physics experiment where you are looking for G and you have to report your answers together with the uncertainty in your measurements, right? Okay, so there's a simple pendulum experiment to determine acceleration due to gravity. And you are using a simple pendulum, a string with a spherical bob attached to one end of the string. And the results were obtained. First, you get a length of the string, it's given, and the diameter of the bob is given. And so there's also the measurements that were taken. 5 different trials looking for the time taken for 20 oscillations of the simple pendulum, 5 of them. All right, the first question was the contestants to find the uncertainty in the period. The uncertainty in the period is also given to be plus or minus 0.07 seconds. And the contestants were to determine the best value for the period of the pendulum and report it as a value together with the uncertainty. So how do you get the best value of the period? The best value of the period is obtained from the various trials, right? So first you need to get the best value for the time taken for the 20 oscillations. So the best value of T is the average of the measurements. So you take the average of those 5 measurements, and to take an average, you simply sum the values and divide by the number of measurements, which is 5 in this case. So if you do that, you will have 39.95 plus 43.50 plus 43.08 plus 42.50 plus 41.02, all in seconds divided by 5. You should arrive at an average value of 42.01 seconds. So the best value of the period is calculated by dividing this by 20 because we took 20 oscillations, right? So the best value will be T divided by the period is the time taken for 20 oscillations divided by 20 to get 2.101 seconds. Now, since the uncertainty in the period has been given as 0.07 seconds, we need to report the period appropriately as 2.10 plus or minus 0.07 seconds. You see, you cannot have more decimal places than the uncertainty permits you. All right, so how was the mark allocation for this? If you calculate the best value for T correctly, you get 2 points. If you are able to use that best value to get the period, you get 1 point. And then if you report correctly, you get 2 points. So 5 points at stake here. All right. Next, contestants were to use the experimental results to calculate G and its uncertainty, and therefore go ahead and report the experimental results of G as the value together with the uncertainty. Okay, so the period of a single pendulum is a simple pendulum is given by T equals 2 pi square root of L over G, and so G can be calculated by making it the subject of that equation. You get 4 pi squared L over T squared. This T is the period squared. The length of the pendulum is the distance between the upper end of the string to the center of mass of the bob. Okay, you need to recognize this. So L is the length of string plus the radius of the bob, and that should give you 1.095 meter plus 0.010 meter. And you divide all of this. No, it's not all of it, it's just that we had a diameter, so we need to divide it by 2 in order to get the radius. And so you will get L to be 1.100 meter. So now we are ready to do the calculation because we have everything we need. So G is 4 pi squared L over T squared, so 4 pi squared times 1.100 meter divided by 2.101 second squared. And if you do the calculation, you will arrive at 9.838 meter per second squared, 3 points. Now, the relative uncertainty in G is given by the uncertainty in G over G. Okay, the relative uncertainty is uncertainty in G over G, and that is equal to the relative uncertainty in L plus 2 multiplied by the relative uncertainty in the period. We know all the values we can substitute, and if we do and calculate, we will get 0.068. So the uncertainty in G is going to be 0.068 multiplied by the value we got, because that was a relative uncertainty, right? So multiply by 9.838, and that should give you 0.7 meters per second squared. So if we want to report G as was obtained through this experiment, we will report it as 9.8 plus or minus 0.7 meters per second squared. All right, so for calculating G correctly, 3 points. And then for obtaining the right value for G together with its uncertainty is another 2 points, so that is also worth 5 points. Now, contestants, let's see what you were up to. Let's start with Tamale. Tamale, right from the beginning, trouble. You didn't get the best value for small t, right? The time taken for the 20 oscillations, you didn't get the right value. You started doing it, but you didn't get the right value. In this particular problem, I know the equations were trivial, so I was not giving bonus or anything for equations. I just wanted to see you do these calculations. So unfortunately, I cannot help you in any way. I need to award you 0 out of 10. Keta, I know there are people waiting for me to penalize you, right? You picked up the sheet, but I stopped you right away. Anyway, it wouldn't have mattered. This was a long problem of the day. They didn't have any time to read anything anyway. And in any case, very similar to Tamale, you couldn't do anything. Even your best value was off. And so unhappily, I have to award you 0 out of 10 as well. Wesley Girls High School, you started well. You got the best value for T, the time taken for the 20 oscillations. You got that right, so that fetched you 2 points. And then the period, you were able to calculate for the period correctly, the value itself. That was worth 1 point. Now, to calculate and get the uncertainty, I didn't see you doing that. And so you didn't report anything as a final answer. And that's where your success ended. You didn't do anything else. And so you have 3 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. At the end of the third round, Tamale Senior High School has 21 points. Wesley Girls High School has 25 points. Keta Senior High Technical School has 37 points. Before we begin the next round, Keta Senior High Technical School would like to effect a substitution. Francisca, it's been a pleasure. All the best. And James Lutrot is coming on. You are welcome, Lutrot. Please settle in and we'll begin shortly. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement is available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If not, there's a penalty. Best wishes to everyone. This time I'm starting with you, Tamale. Your statement. 2-methylphenol is an isomer of phenylmethanol. Abukari.
True.
Yes. Wesley Girls. 2-methylphenol and phenylmethanol are position isomers. Baba.
False. False.
Yes. Two methylphenol and phenylmethanol are functional group isomers. Bright?
True.
Yes. Plants lose water and turgor pressure via transpiration through the stomata in the leaves and replenish it via negative pressure in the roots. Abukari?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Positive pressure inside plant cells is contained by the cell wall, producing turgor pressure, which is responsible for maintaining the structure of leaves. Baba?
False.
No, that's a true statement. The The taller the plant, the taller the water column, and the more influential gravity potential becomes. Lutrot?
False.
No, that's a true statement. The ordered pair, -1, 2, satisfies the inequality x plus y is less than 1. Abukari?
False.
Yes. The ordered pair, 2, -3, satisfies the inequality 2x plus y is less than 1. Alexandra?
False.
Yes. The ordered pair, 3, -1, satisfies the inequality x plus y is less than 3. Lutrot?
True.
Yes. Tamale. A virtual image is formed by an apparent intersection of rays and cannot be received on a screen. Abukari?
True.
Yes. A plane mirror forms a real image of a virtual object. Alexandra?
False.
No, that's a true statement. A virtual image formed by an optical system cannot be seen by a human eye because a virtual image cannot be received on a screen. Lutrot?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Tamale. Both lithium and boron possess giant atomic structure. Abukari?
False.
Yes. Both sodium and graphite are good conductors of electricity because they have common structures. Baba?
False.
Yes. Pure elemental phosphorus and sulfur consist of atoms in their lattices. Lutrot?
False.
Yes. DNA nucleotide differences between organisms indicate how closely related organisms are. Yes, Abukari?
False.
No, that's a true statement. DNA nucleotide differences between organisms indicate that evolution has occurred. Baba?
True.
Yes. DNA nucleotide differences between organisms. Explain why there are phenotypic differences. Lutrot?
False.
No, that's a true statement. The sum of the interior angles of a decagon is 1,400 degrees. Abukari?
False.
Yes. The sum of the interior angles of a septagon is 900 degrees. Alexandra?
True.
Yes. The sum of the interior angles of a duodecagon is 1,800 degrees. Lutrot?
True.
Yes. Last set of statements. Magnetic saturation in a ferromagnetic material is accompanied by precipitation of excess magnetic domains. Abukari?
True.
No, that's a false statement. Magnetic saturation in a single ferromagnetic crystallite occurs when the whole crystallite is occupied by a single favorably aligned magnetic domain. Alexandra?
True.
Yes. Last statement. Magnetic saturation cannot occur in paramagnetic materials. Lutrot?
False.
Yes. And that's the end of the fourth round.
The Money Zone, sponsored by Absa Bank, will take effect from the quarter-final stage of the competition. At the quarter-final stage, the final score of each of the schools will be multiplied by 10 Ghana cedis and converted to cash. At the semi-final stage, the final scores will be multiplied by 15 Ghana cedis, and at the grand finale, the scores will be multiplied by 25 Ghana cedis.
At the end of the fourth round, Tamale Senior High School has 28 points. Wesley Girls High School has 35 points. Keta Senior High Technical School has 44 points. Round 5. In this round, we have the Goal Riddle Bonanza. This is a reward from Goal to any school that solves 3 or 4 riddles. At this stage, solving 3 riddles will fetch your team 2,000 Ghana cedis, and solving all 4 will fetch your team 2,400 Ghana cedis. Something to be mindful of, right? Good. So, the objective obviously is for you to solve riddles. I will be reading out the clues. When you are ready to solve the riddle, kindly alert me by ringing your bell. May I hear your bell, Tamale? Thank you. Keta. Thank you. And Wesley Girls. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. When you ring, that answer must be ready. That's not the time for me to wait for you to compose an answer. I will be impatient. All right? Best wishes, everyone. There are 4 riddles. First one. I could be regarded as a charge, real or imaginary. I am usually quantified in very familiar units. You cannot guess what or who I am from my synonyms because ordinarily they are not close in meaning. In group 1 compounds, I have a steady number of unity. My sum in a neutral compound is always 0. So who am I? Yes, Lutrot.
Oxidation number.
Yes. Next one. I am a natural aging biological process which occurs in terrestrial, freshwater, and marine ecosystems. I am historically used in reference to the natural aging of lakes, although I am commonly used by caused by human activities. I can also be a natural process, particularly in lakes. Yes, Lutrot.
Eutrophication.
You're right. They solved the riddle. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Next one. I am a particle. I am emitted in a particular nuclear decay process. Yes, Alexandra?
Beta particle. Beta.
No. I am a spin 0 charged particle. My name suggests I am the first of sorts. Yes, bright.
Alpha particle.
Yes. They solved the riddle on the fourth clue, 3 points. Last one. I am a 3-digit odd number. My third digit is a square. My second digit is a unique prime. The sum of my first 2 digits is my third digit. Yes, Abukari.
729.
You are right. They solved the riddle on the fourth clue, 3 points, and that's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Tamale Senior High School has 31 points. Wesley Girls High School has 35 points. And Keta Senior High Technical School has 53 points. Tamale Senior High School, Lions. Thank you for being here. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for you. It seems like you ran out of prey. So sorry, huh? You need to find prey elsewhere. All right. But we are in the money zone. So Absa Bank is giving you 1,860 Ghana cedis to take with you. Best wishes in everything you do. Wesley Girls High School, thank you for being here. It's the end of the road as well. I'm so sad to see you go, but we must say goodbye. In the money zone, you have earned 2,100 Ghana cedis from Absa Bank. Best wishes in your endeavors. Keta Senior High Technical School. Congratulations on winning the contest. Well done, well done, well done. In the money zone, you have earned 3,180 Ghana cedis from Absa Bank. Additionally, you solved 3 of the riddles, right? 3 of them. So that gives you an additional 2,000 Ghana cedis from Goyle. And guess what? You are also in contention for the Airtel Tigo Higher Scorer Award, which at this stage is worth 5,000 Ghana cedis. Let's see what happens. Huh? All right. All of this aside, it is my pleasure to congratulate you once again and to tell you that I look forward to meeting you at the grand finale. Congratulations. Viewers, we've come to the end of the second semi-final contest, but we have one more semi-final contest to go. Contest is going to be a Kumasi Derby featuring KNUST Senior High School, Prempeh College, and Opoku Wari School. Please plan to be with us. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Absa Bank and supported by Joy News, Goil, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Airtel Tigo, Dano Milk, Joy Industries, Kiki Juice Drink, Newmont Ghana, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Adanse Travels, Kenya Airways, Zipline, GTP, and YFM. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a prime time production. Thank you for joining us and see you next time. Bye.
Hello. Hello. A teacher. Hello.
And Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has made a substitution. Joel Abwaje is replacing Otumfo. Joel, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Four more rounds to go. Round 2. This round is also known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, St. Peter's? Thank you. Yours, Presbyterian Boys. Thank you. And yours, Chemu. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. But please be careful, because if you ring, your answer must be ready and correct. If your answer is incorrect or your answer is not forthcoming after you ring, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. If sine of x is equal to 1 over square root of 2, and cosine of x is less than 0, find x in the interval 0 less than x less than 2 pi. Yes, Bagonia.
X is such that x is equal to 3 pi over 4 radians, or x is equal to...
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, Deborah.
X is equal to 3 pi over 4 radians.
Yes. Next one. The sum of the first n terms of a series is Sn equals 5n squared minus 3n for n greater than or equal to 1. Find the first three terms of the series and please give them in order. Joel?
Madam, the terms are 8, 18, and 28.
That's incorrect. All right, so the right answer, 2, 12, and 22. Next one. In a circle, the radius is 10 centimeters and an arc subtends an angle of 60 degrees at the center. Please find the area of the sector formed by the arc and the relevant radii. Yes, Joel.
It is 50 pi on 3, all in centimeters squared.
Yes. Next set, first one. First one, 30 seconds. A metal alloy made from aluminum, magnesium, copper, and steel has the composition aluminum 18.0%, magnesium 12.0%, copper 25.0%, the rest is steel, which is 98.5% iron and 1.50% carbon. Calculate the mass in gram of carbon in a 2.00 kilogram alloy. Yes. Joel?
The mass is 13.5 grams.
Yes. Next one, 10 seconds. Both CaO and anhydrous CaCl2 can be used to dry wet gases. Which solid would be suitable for CO2 gas? Yes, Begonia.
CaCl2. CaCl2.
Yes. Next one, 10 seconds. Whereas the water molecules in the salt ZnSO4 heptahydrate are not taken into consideration when determining the oxidation number of zinc, the water molecules in the complex ion V, H2O, subscript 6, all superscript 3+, have to be considered when determining the oxidation state of vanadium. Why? Yes, Begonia.
For ZnSO4.7A2O, This is just a salt, a hydrated salt. And for the open bracket, V, small bracket, H2O subscript 6, close bigger bracket, P+. The H2O there is part of the ligand. And for ligands, when we are finding the oxidation state of the various little compounds or atoms are needed to be taken into consideration, since it is a ligand.
No. You are basically telling me what I told you. Honestly. So, the reason, please listen to the answer that I was expecting. The water molecules in the salt are not directly bonded to the zinc, whereas those in the vanadium complex ion are bonded to vanadium. Not that because it's a rule, you have to do that. But why is it a rule? It is because of the direct bonding, okay? Next set, 30 seconds. Give the number of emission lines that can be observed for a gas of hydrogen atoms in which atoms are excited to the state with quantum number n equals 4. Joel.
There are 5.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 6. Next one. The capacitor in an RC circuit with a time constant of 5.0 seconds is charged by maintaining a constant potential difference across the circuit. If the initial charging current is 10 amperes, what is the charging current after 10 seconds? Yes, Deborah.
1.4 amperes.
Yes. How many molecules are there in an ideal gas whose pressure and volume at 300 Kelvin are 83.1 kilopascal and 0.15 meter cubed? Yes, which of you? Nathaniel. Go.
3.01 times 10 to the power 22 molecules.
That's incorrect. Who rang next?
Who rang before?
Go ahead.
3.01 by 10 to the power 25 molecules.
That's incorrect. Now, Deborah.
3.01 times 10 to the power 24 molecules.
This is painful. The right answer is 3.0 times 10 raised to the power 24. Last set of questions for the round. 10 seconds each. First one. An insect visits several flowers in succession on a single plant. In doing so, it transfers pollen from the younger flowers near the top of the inflorescence to the older flowers near the base of the inflorescence. Is this an example of self-pollination or cross-pollination? Yes. You rang. Go ahead, Bagonia.
This is self-pollination, and this is because there is the transfer of pollen from the anther of a flower of the same plant onto the stigma of a flower in the same plant.
Yes. Next one. A soup container was forgotten in the refrigerator and shows contamination. In terms of temperature classification, the contaminants probably belong to which group of microbes? They are called psychrotrophs or psychrophiles. Last question of the round. A pure breeding male black mouse is mated with a female brown mouse, and they produce a litter of 20. The allele for black fur is dominant to the allele to brown fur. What is the expected distribution of color and sex in their litter? Yes, Nathaniel.
The color distribution and sex distribution will be 50%, 50%, because the ratio is going to be 1:1 in their offspring. Because, so there will be 10 of them which will be, black, and 10 which will be brown, and 10 will be male, 10 will be female.
I'm not accepting it. Yes.
So all 20 will be black, and 10 of them will be male, and 10 will be female. That is, yes, half are male, half are female. Half the number.
I'm not accepting it. I needed this to be as clear as possible. I wanted an answer with combining both the color and the sex, okay? So it's 10 black males and 10 black females. As simple as that. And that's the end of the second round. At the end of the second round, Chemu Senior High School has 6 points. St. Peter's Senior High School has 15 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 31 points. We are at the top of round 3. In this round is the problem of the day. And at stake in the round is the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ Star. The NSMQ Star is an award to any school that earns a perfect score of 10 points for the problem of the day. At this stage, the star is worth 3,400 Ghana cedis to the team. I know you'll be working hard towards getting the star, right? Good. All right. So the problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes to present the problem of the day. As mentioned, it's worth 10 points. Now, please stand up, facing the audience. Turn over your problem of the day and let's read it together. Problem of the day. Calculate the concentrations of HCO3 minus, OH minus, CO32 minus, and H2CO3 in a 0.100 mole per decimeter cube solution of Na2CO3. You should state any assumption or assumptions made to enable you calculate the values. For the purpose of these calculations, the first and second dissociation constants of H2CO3 may be taken as 5.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 7 and 5.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 11, respectively. The value of Kw is 1.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 14. Where necessary, an answer may be left as a third. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. please resume your seats. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem from chemistry. Contestants were to calculate the concentrations of HCO3 minus, OH minus, CO3 2 minus, and H2CO3 in a 0.100 mole per decimeter cube solution of Na2CO3. First, they were to state any assumption or assumptions made to enable the calculation. And then for the purpose of the calculation, the first and second dissociation constants of H2CO3 were given as 5.00 times 10 to the power negative 7 and 5.00 times 10 to the power negative 11, respectively. The value of Kw was also given as 1.00 times 10 to the negative 14. And they were advised to leave answers as set if it was a convenient thing to do. All right, so how do you approach this problem? First thing is to recognize that CO3 minus is the conjugate base of HCO3 minus. So we can write a balanced equation of sorts, an equation. So we have CO3 minus plus H2O going reversibly to HCO3 minus plus OH minus. For this, we will need a KB. It's the second one, it's the second KB. So we're looking for KB2. To get KB2, we'll have to take the KW and then use the second dissociation constant that we were given. So we'll have 1.00 multiplied by 10 to the negative 14 divided by 5.00 times 10 to the power negative 11. If you do this calculation, you get KB2 to be 2.00 times 10 to the power negative 4. Now, the KB2 can be related to concentrations. So we have the concentration of HCO3 minus multiplying the concentration of OH minus divided by the concentration of CO3 2 minus, and this gives HCO3, concentration of HCO3 minus squared divided by concentration of CO3 2 minus. Why is that so? This is because the concentration of HCO3 minus is equal to the concentration of OH minus. So we replace and then we can square it, right? Okay, good. So we are ready to make a first assumption. The first assumption is this, that the amount of CO3 2 minus reaction is negligible compared with the original. That's the first assumption. If you do that, if you make this assumption, then the concentration of CO3 2 minus is equal to 1.00 times 10 to the power negative 1 mole per decimeter cubed. You see that we've got one of them. All right, so Kb2 is equal to 2.0 times 10 to the power negative 4, and this is equal to the concentration of HCO3 minus squared divided by what we just calculated, 1.00 times 10 to the power negative 1. And so now we can get the concentration of HCO3 minus to be the square root of 2.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 5 mole per decimeter cubed. We have got the second one. Then, since we also made that assumption, right? And we recognize that HCO3 minus concentration is equal to OH minus concentration. In essence, by finding one of them, we know the other one. So the second one, which is the concentration of OH minus, is also square root of 2.00 times 10 to the power negative 5 mole per decimeter cubed. We have 3. Now, HCO3 minus as a conjugate is a conjugate base of H2CO3. So we can get a Kb1 from this. Kb1 is equal to Kw divided by the first dissociation constant, Ka1. So Kb1 is equal to Kw divided by Ka1, and this is, we know the values, we substitute 1.00 times 10 to the negative 14 divided by 5.00 times 10 to the power negative 7. And if you do this calculation, you should wind up with 2.00 times 10 to the power negative 8. All right. So we come back to our equation. So HCO3 minus plus H2O goes reversibly to H2CO3 plus OH minus. What we calculated for KB1 is equal to the concentration of H2CO3 multiplied by the concentration of OH minus divided by the concentration of HCO3 minus. We are ready to make a second assumption. The second assumption is this, that since it is one equilibrium solution, is the same equilibrium solution, then the concentration of HCO3 minus is equal to the concentration of OH minus. All right. Now we are set to go. So the concentration of H2CO3, the last thing that we needed to find, has to be equal to 2.00 times 10 to the power negative 8, because we already know the other one. Okay, mole per decimeter cubed. So to summarize, after doing all this, let's summarize our answers. If you have the concentration of HCO3 minus, it should be square root of 2.00 times 10 to the power negative 5 mole per decimeter cubed, 2 points. The concentration of OH minus is the same, square root of 2.00 times 10 to the power negative 5 mole per decimeter cubed, 2 points. The concentration of CO3 2 minus is equal to 1.00 times 10 to the power negative 1 mole per decimeter cubed, 2 points. And finally, the concentration of H2CO3 is 2.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 8 mole per decimeter cubed, 2 points. You see that there are 2 points left, one for each of the assumptions, making a total of 10 points. Now, contestants. St. Peter's, you did a lot of things, but unfortunately, I don't see any of my answers there. I don't have any right concentration there, right? In addition to that, I didn't see any clear assumptions that you were making. And so, unfortunately, I have to award you 0 out of 10. Presbyterian boys. You have an assumption there, but it's not really helping you to solve this problem. I can't offer you anything for that. You do mention one of my assumptions, but it is like an emphatic statement you are making. This concentration is equal to that, so it's not presented in the form of an assumption. Okay? In any case, you couldn't solve for the values I was looking for. And so, unfortunately, I must award you 0 out of 10 as well. Chemu Senior High School. You have a long list of assumptions, but those assumptions are mostly obvious things that don't help with this problem. I can't offer you anything for the assumptions. However, you were able to solve for the concentration of the CO3 2 minus. You attempted for the H2CO3, but it didn't work out. And so, in fact, I only have one correct answer from you, and that was worth 2 points. And so I award you 2 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. At the end of the third round, Chemu Senior High School has 8 points. St. Peter's Senior High School has 15 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 31 points. Before we begin the next round, St. Peter's Senior High School would like to effect a substitution. Sian, it's been a pleasure. Best wishes to you. And we have coming in Nesco Benjamin Nanzi. You're welcome, Nesco. Please settle down and let's begin the next round. Round 4. In this round, I'll be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement is available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If not, there's a penalty, 1 point. Best wishes to all. I'm starting with you, Presbyterian boys. Your statement. Nitrogen-hydrogen covalent bonds are polarized.
I think it is
Joel.
False.
No, that's a true statement. St. Peter's. The sulfur-hydrogen covalent bond is more polarized than the nitrogen-hydrogen bond. Yes, Nesco?
False.
You're right. Chemu. Carbon-silicon bond is expected to be a covalent bond. Nathaniel.
True.
Yes. Presbyterian boys, the expression a minus 2 multiplying the expression a squared plus 2a plus 4 is equal to a cubed minus 8. Yes, Joel?
True.
Yes. St. Peter's, the expression x plus y multiplying the expression x squared plus xy plus y squared is equal to x cubed plus y cubed. Nesco?
False.
Yes. Chemu. The expression 2a minus 3 multiplying the expression 4a squared minus 6a plus 9 is equal to 8a cubed minus 27. Yes, Nathaniel?
False.
Yes. The total electric flux out of a closed surface equals the total charge enclosed by the surface divided by the permittivity of free space. Joel?
True.
Yes. An SI unit for electric flux is the volt per meter, and it is equivalent to the Newton per coulomb. Nesco?
So false. False.
Yes. Electric flux is a scalar quantity, whereas electric field is a vector quantity. Nathaniel?
True.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Indicate whether the following statements are true or false with respect to codominance. I hope you got that. All right. Presbyterian. Okay. Indicate whether the following statements are true or false with respect to codominance. Presbyterian boys. An individual's parents have blood types A and B, and the individual has AB blood type. Joel?
True.
Yes. A child of a parent with blue eyes and a parent with brown eyes has brown eyes. Nesco?
False.
Yes. A cross between two plants produces a yellow and a blue flower, and the flowers produced by the progeny plants are either yellow with blue spots or blue with yellow spots. Nathaniel?
True.
Yes. For a metal to displace hydrogen from the dilute mineral acids, that metal has to have a positive electrode potential. Joel?
False.
Yes. A mole of alumina would require 3 Faraday of charge in electrolysis to discharge 1 mole of aluminium. Nesco?
True.
Yes. In the electrolysis of dilute sodium chloride solution using platinum electrodes, the concentration of the salt increases in the course of the electrolysis. Nathaniel?
True.
Yes. Log to the base 4 of square root of 8 is equal to 3/2. Joel?
It's a false statement.
Yes. Log to the base 3 of the cubed root of 81 is equal to 3/4. Nesco?
False.
Yes. Log to the base 5 of the 4th root of 125 is equal to 3/4. Yes, Evans.
True.
Yes. A plano-convex spherical lens is a positive lens. Joel?
It's a true statement.
Yes. A plano-concave spherical lens has one surface with negative refracting power. Nesco?
True.
Yes. A thin spherical lens with one convex and one concave refracting surface is a positive lens. Nathaniel?
True.
No. That's a false statement. Last set of statements for the round. We have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Indicate whether the following statements about the kidney are true or false. You got that? Indicate whether the following statements about the kidney are true or false. The cortex covers the capsule. Yes, Joel?
It's a false statement.
Yes. With the same preamble, St. Peter's. The renal pelvis drains into the ureter. Nesco?
True.
Yes. Last statement. Nephrons are in the renal cortex. Nathaniel?
False.
No. That's a true statement. And that's the end of the fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, Chebu Senior High School has 18 points. St. Peter's Senior High School has 31 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 44 points. Round 5. This round has the Goal Riddle Bonanza. This is a reward for any school that solves 3 of the riddles or all 4 of the riddles. At this stage, solving 3 riddles will fetch 2,000 Ghana cedis for the team, and solving all 4 will fetch 2,400 Ghana cedis for the team. Good. So thank you to God for the Goal Riddle Bonanza. All right. So obviously we are going to be solving riddles. I will be reading out the clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. For an opportunity to solve the riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, St. Peter's? Thank you. Yours, Presbyterian Boys. Thank you. And yours, Temu. Thank you. When you ring, the answer must be ready. I will not wait for you to compose an answer at that time. All right? Best wishes, everyone. 4 riddles. First one. I am a particle. I am emitted in certain nuclear decay processes. I am electrically neutral. I am nearly massless. Yes, Nesco?
Neutrino.
That's incorrect. I continue. If I am the neutral particle emitted in a nuclear decay by beta plus emission. Yes, Joel.
You are the electron neutrino.
Yes. I read all the clues, 3 points. Next one. I am a law of mathematics and physics. I involve vectors in a plane. I am used to represent geometrically the sum of 2 vectors. The vectors are represented by the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. Yes, Nathaniel.
Parallelogram law of vectors.
Yes. They solved the riddle on the 4th clue, 3 points. Next one. I am a structural presentation of a molecule or complex ion. Like an accountant, I take stock of all valence electrons of the atoms. I do not compromise on the octet rule. Yes, Nathaniel?
The Lewis symbol representation of a molecule. Or Lewis, that is the Lewis dot structure.
You can only give one answer. Go ahead.
You are the Lewis dot electron structure.
I'm not accepting it. So I'm going on. I owe my invention to an American scientist whose first and middle names are Gilbert and Newton, respectively. In my formulation, I do represent linkages between atoms by either a dash or a pair of dots. So who am I? Nesco?
Lewis dot structure.
I was being very, very careful with what I wanted to accept. That's why I won't accept that one either. The formal name of it is called the Lewis electron dot formula. Or, what did you call it?
I said, which one was it?
You. Nesco.
Nesco.
What did you say? Lewis dot structure. Okay, I'll accept that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Last one. Yeah. Lewis electron dot formula, Lewis structure, or Lewis dot structure. All right. Next one. We are a group of seed-producing plants. Our seeds contain endosperm that stores food for the growth and development of the plant. We lack stigma, hence we are pollinated directly by the wind. Though we have vascular tissues which help in the transportation of nutrients and water, our xylem does not have vessels, and our phloem has no companion cells. Yes. Nesco.
So I have ginkgos. Ginkgos.
No. I continue. And our phloem has no companion cells and sieve tubes. Fossil evidence suggests that we originated during the Paleozoic era, about 390 million years ago. Our name comes from the composite word in Greek, which literally means naked. Yes, Joel?
Gymnosperms.
Yes. And that's the end of the first round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Chemu Senior High School has 21 points. St. Peter's Senior High School has 34 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 50 points. Chemu Senior High School, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye at this point, but you did really well. All the best to you. As we are in the money zone, you are not going empty-handed. ABSA is giving you 1,260 Ghana cedis for your team. All the best. St. Peter Senior High School, thank you for being here. You did well as well. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road. As we are in the money zone, you have 2,040 Ghana cedis from ABSA Bank for your team. Best wishes in all your endeavors. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Congratulations on winning the contest. Well done, well done, well done. You have earned 3,000 Ghana cedis from ABSA Bank in the money zone. And if your score remains the highest for the day, there is the Airtel Tigo Higher Scorer Award, which at this stage is worth 5,000 Ghana cedis. That's all well and good, but for me, the best part is that you have booked a place in the grand finale. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you at the grand finale. Well done. Viewers, thank you very much for joining us for this first semi-final contest. We have another semi-final contest coming up, and that contest will feature Keta Senior High Technical School, Wesley Girls High School, and Tamale Senior High School. Please plan to be with us. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with ABSA Bank and supported by Joy News, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Airtel Tigo, Dano Milk, Joy Industries, Kiki Juice Drink, Newmont Ghana, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Adansi Travels, Kenya Airways, Zipline, GTP, and YFM. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a prime time production. Thank you for joining us and see you next time. Bye.